This room is nice. There's art in here, at least. Sculptures, paintings, a gigantic mosaic dominated by red, mostly a bright crimson. It would be nicer if I wasn't blind, but I could still enjoy them. When my eyesight started going, my foresight began gently compensating for it. I can feel things where I should see them. Not feel, of course. You know what I mean. The fog of my fortunes are no longer contained by the glass of my cage. Shh, don't tell anyone. And this was a truly marvelous development for me. Throughout my youth, I was never able to leverage my talent. On the one hand, no one believed me. Fine, over that. But on the other, none of my visions were classified. They secrete from points in my body and swirl around me. This was only a small problem in the open air, when I could escape to a private place after I saw a vision pass under my mind's eye. But now they gather in this tight space. Those in my presence see them before they see me, sliding over my skin in the pinpoint of space between me and my thin glass sarcophagus. It happened one rare day when I was pitying myself. Most of my emotions over the past 30 years of my imprisonment had been of bitter self-righteousness, that stank of gangrene. But on this day, I was being taken out of the cage to relieve myself. And they waited too long. It's embarrassing, but age takes its toll. The men were disgusted, if slightly entertained. They left me in that cocoon of sealed glass for I don't know how long. I cried. So pathetically, I cried as a baby would in the exact same situation. I was so ashamed. I, a queen in my own right. That's not what matters. You understand that, don't you? I am a person, and a person has a sense of dignity. I wasn't born a queen, and I won't die one. And in that moment, even animals don't live like that. My eyes were dim, and I could only see black figures jittering across a dirty white film. I looked away, but I wanted to see them. The irony of shame, despising others in their capacity to make you despise yourself. And so, with closed eyes that were of little use to begin with, the same mind's eye I had used to suppress my visions projected out to do my work for me. It seemed so obvious once I had done it. Vision is only possible with light. There's no reason glass should contain it. It was as though I merely had to decide not to believe my visions could be barred, and it was so. I know where those men live now. I could tell you, if you wanted to know. I had tried to learn for years to hold some in, but as you now know, holding things in is not a skill of mine these days. This development not only means I can control my visions, but I can send them from me for miles and miles, even contorting them into language. Buzzing mantras that haunt the ears of sleepers I choose to haunt. I am yet to make this fact apparent. I am hoping its secrecy will be of use to you, somehow. Although if you're hearing this, you have conclusive proof that I have developed this skill. You could easily tell the king and he'll just kill me, asset or no. Perhaps this was a bad idea. When was the last time you saw your future? In your mind's eye. Not with a vision. Not in that way. Have you ever seen it? As a child, all you had was future. Unless you were a particularly industrious child. Do you want to see your future now? I've been seeing it all your life, but I have reason to believe that you see further than your heart allows you to recognize. Years ago, I saw a vision that you would die in your 33rd year. More recently, I saw a vision that the Queen would live to an old age. How can these things both be correct? I ask you. I look into your future beyond this year and I see nothing. But you do not see nothing. The room with the crimson mosaic.